great team. I mean, this really has a chance to be a special team, Kansas, and we're going to do everything we can to be up to that challenge. But between the Allen Fieldhouse and the team that we're playing, it's going to be a daunting challenge.
You're obviously a student of the game. Is it too hard to appreciate that when you're in the midst of trying to resurrect your team?
No, I think the one correlation I always make to the historic arenas to me, are the Pauley Pavilion and then the Palestra and Cameron. Those are three of the places that I think that I probably looked around, smelled it, looked at it, just whether it's the pretzels, right, in Philadelphia, or it's the Cameron Crazies, or John Wooden sitting over in the corner. There's certain times when you go into some of these arenas that I would expect I'll look around and say, oh, so this is Kansas, because you've watched it so much on TV. No, I don't think we do the same thing that we've done with every game that we ever play, really, that we don't go in there to do anything expect to do our best. Whether we're playing one of our early season games against a Division II team or a guarantee game, or whether we're playing number one team in the country, we just expect to try to play our best. Winning and losing sort of takes care of that. And that's what we'll try. We'll just expect to do our best. It's certainly something that when we get in, if you look at our Big Ten schedule, the way it fell out, I think we have an at Wisconsin, at Purdue, and then a Michigan State game at home. That's what we're going to see later on. I don't like it, but that's what we're going to see later on. And so this is a great prep for that. I mean, they're difficult trips. All my teams in all these years have had difficult trips. You got to just put that past you and press through it, because they could be extremely great bonding times for your team.
Kansas is shooting 44% from three. Is that more a result of those other guys that you mentioned opening things up, or just great shooters?
I think they have a combination, but they pass the ball well. They see each other well, but they do have when you have an inside presence like that. Obviously, people are you have to have that head turned a lot to see what Aldridge and Morris brothers are doing, and so you're always got that head turned looking. And meanwhile, Henry's out there floating around, and Collins is so good. And now I think Morningstar is ready to play as well. So they have a lot of weapons right now that have made a number one team in the country.
Do you think your guys have struggled with the expectations early on being ranked, and maybe this is the first time that you've come into a season here where you pretty much had higher expectations?
Yeah, I don't think that they've struggled with expectations. I think that probably because it wasn't like, oh, we're expected to do so much, how can we handle this pressure? No, I just think the expectations probably were too high, and now reality is set in that we have a chance to still be a good team. But as I've told these guys before, we finished 7th or 8th in the Big Ten last year, and we're 8-8, and we won 19 regular season games. 19 regular Division I games last year. We didn't win 25 or 26, and we didn't finish the top 3 in the Big Ten. That's where expectations would be 14th or 15th in the country when you have those type of people coming back. We went to Elite Eight one year with everybody back. The expectations were high. We lost 3 in a row to start the season. Expectations went away, but we came back at the end.